I can be assured that my heart is pure and that I'm not buying with any ulterior motif. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have been sitting on my Chanel items for quite a long time now. In fact, some of these items that you see around me, I bought in February this year. And Chanel this year, 2025, has been a love affair, a torrid love affair with Chanel for me. I fell head over heels in love with Chanel this year. I feel like there's a lot of luxury fatigue when it comes to the Hermes game and shopping at Hermes. So where do we go to when we want to take a break from Hermes? We go to Chanel. And I do think that Chanel actually has been the bad boy of luxury for a very long time. Oh, bad girl, actually. Bad girl luxury for a very long time now, with the price increases since the pandemic. And I think that it's a natural progression that when you get into bags and you kind of feel that you are at purse piece, what I naturally gravitate towards now is ready-to-wear, because I feel like I'm stuffed up to my ears in bags, and honestly, it's gotten to the level where I do know that I need to let go of a good 10 to 20 bags immediately because I'm running out of shelf space. Clothing is just one of those areas in my closet that I feel that I can slowly start to build up and upgrade the quality of the items. So, and I think that of all the luxury houses out there, Chanel remains one of the most beautiful and most fantastical, magical couture houses out there. I don't think that you would find the level of dreaminess and girliness or femininity that you would find in Louis Vuitton or Hermes, because those are the brands that started off as like leather makers or luggage makers, and ready-to-wear wasn't quite in the DNA of the luxury house, if I may say so. I began watching Maddie from Maddieshops and her channel because I started to really fall in love with Chanel ready-to-wear, and I think she's one of the few channels out there that show a deep, deep love and appreciation for Chanel's craftsmanship and material. And I do feel that that is something that I want to start building up in my wardrobe at home. So actually, enough of this preamble. I think I should start with some unboxing. I will end off with a bag unboxing, of course. I have bought this bag in February and I've been using it, so I reboxed it, and it is not a true unboxing, but you know, what are you gonna do about it? I have been sitting on too many things that I have not reviewed on this channel. Well, sitting is the wrong word because I have been using a lot of these items. So I hope that in this video, I can cover at least some of my thoughts about some of these key pieces that have been with me throughout most of this year. This is the first ready-to-wear piece that I've ever gotten from Chanel. And I really, really love this piece. I find it so practical and so easy to wear for my daily life, especially living in a tropical country. I do think that it says something that I have particularly felt that draw and the allure of Chanel ready-to-wear in this interim period where all the collections have been done by the Chanel atelier, like the studio of Chanel, and there has been no creative director in charge of Chanel in this period, and yet they are able to produce such dreamy pieces. It just goes to show how much they understand the DNA of Chanel and what a Chanel woman looks like. I think I bought the bag first and then I bought this, and I think it was in February that I bought that one, and then I got this one, was it in March? I can't remember, either March or early April, I know. It was pretty early in the year that I bought it. So this is definitely a re-unboxing because re-unboxing, is there such a word? I got it drastically altered, but I'm gonna unbox it first. Well, unbox it, reveal this item first, and yes. It is none other than, I know, it is none other than, ta-da-da! It is a pair, it's a skirt. It's a pair of shorts, but it looks like a skirt, so it's a skirt. So this item is basically shorts on the underneath, and the back you can see that it's a pair of shorts. So it has this button that just attaches, fastens the the front panel to make it look like a skirt, a very mini skirt. And this item, I had to get it shortened by at least 3 inches because I'm that short. Yes, I am. And I'm gonna put up on the screen over here, like full body shots of me wearing this pair of skirts so that you can see what it actually looks like when on my frame. I'm 5'3", so that's 160 centimeters. And that's just for reference. And this is a size 38. And this fits me perfectly around the hips. I do feel like lengthwise, in terms of my body proportion, I tend to have a long torso and short legs. Yes, lucky me. And yeah, I tend to need to shorten my bottoms quite a bit so that it can give the appearance of longer legs for me anyway. I love the fact that there are pockets on both sides, so they are extremely comfortable and functional, and it's lined with silk on the pockets are lined with silk on the inside. I don't know if it's showing really. But anyway, in the inside of, okay, maybe I should undo this. I shall undo that. And yeah, you can see how pretty the button is. It's so pretty. And this is done in the Lesage tweed. And this Lesage tweed is made out of, I think, 30 types of threads. I can't remember. It was something insane. This Lesage tweed is the definitive highest level of tweed that Chanel produces. And you can tell the details of the tweed. There are some metallic threads in there, and there's a variety of textures in this tweed. There's some tulle in there as well. So yeah, it's a very gorgeous material. I love the colors that were picked to be in this tweed. It's so easy for me to match, and it is lined in silk. Okay, am I getting it to focus? Yeah. So it's lined in silk. It's very, very comfortable and breathable. It is a bit on the thick side in terms of the fabric itself because of the layers of woven tweed. There's like ribbons and ribbons of fabric being used. It does amount to quite a very tactile kind of thickness to it, and there's a heft to it. But it is quite lightweight, and because this is from their spring-summer collection, it is definitely on the spring side of things. I think that it's meant to be worn in the springtime. Even in the summer, you could wear it. And it says here, made in France. Right there. So that's the composition over there. It says 44% cotton, 32% polyamide, 12% polyester, 6% wool, 3% viscose, and 2% other fibers, and 1% silk. And it says, say, 100% silk lining. I did take umbrage to the fact that a Chanel item like this could have polyamide and polyester in it. But actually, if you look at a lot of the fantasy tweeds that Chanel does, because there's a lot of metallics, because there's a lot of bright colors and textures, some of this has to be achieved with polyester. And yeah, so it's not entirely going to be made of natural fabrics, and I've learned to make my peace with that. Anyway, I do like my fibers to be natural. I used to go through a lot of heat rash when I wear polyester, so I do have a problem with polyester. But so far, it's silk against my skin. Everything is beautifully, I don't know, it feels wonderful against my skin, so I don't have an issue with it. Absolutely love the buttons on Chanel. So that's how it goes in front, and then it's a little button on the side here that you undo, and then a zipper fly on the front, and that's how you put on the skirts. Okay, I hope to God that my sound is working and the noise cancelling function is working. So anyway, continuing on, I really, really love that this is my first piece of ready-to-wear from Chanel. It's gorgeous. I kind of wish that I bought the dress version of this, but it was a bit of an overkill to go for this exact same tweed in the dress version and also in the skirts version. It did come with a matching vest, and I briefly considered getting the matching vest, but the vest didn't work out for me. They have a in-house tailor or seamstress, and she's going to take the appropriate measurements to make sure that the article of clothing really fits you like a glove. I have kept the 3 inches of fabric that she gave me back, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that fabric yet. Maybe make a bow for my hair. I really love that the individual colors inside this tweed adds so much dimension. It's almost like a painting to me. There's like some shades of green, even, if you can imagine that, and cream and pink, different shades of pink, of course, a navy, a cerulean blue. So I find that you can just match it with any top, any accessories like shoes, bags, like so easy to match because of the many colors available. For my next item, I want to unbox the bag, actually. This bag I feel is very underestimated. It doesn't get a lot of press when it comes to Chanel. Now let's take it out of the bag, the paper bag. I got this bag in February, I think late February, if I'm not wrong. And it's the first bag that I bought this year. If you don't consider the pre-order that I made for the Murakami bags, this is the first bag I actually bought and received for 2025. And I fell in love with this bag the moment I walked into the boutique. So prior to walking to the boutique this year, I had not stepped foot in Chanel for many, many years. And I think that because if you start on your Hermes journey, you tend to neglect Chanel. And so it's been a while, and I didn't think that I would like anything in Chanel, but immediately this was on one of the shelves and I fell in love with it. So I knew it had to come home with me, and I hope you will see why. So anyway, it's quite an experience to buy Chanel again after taking such a long pause from it. And also, I feel like after shopping Hermes, the feeling that you get shopping at Chanel is very, very different. Chanel gives you an extremely good service. I mean, to be fair, in Hermes, I've gotten treated very well too. But I feel like in Chanel, there's this freedom to just buy what you really like. I mean, in Hermes, I do buy what I really like, but in Chanel, I can be assured that my heart is pure and that I'm not buying with any ulterior motif. And I feel like that's the challenge with Hermes. Like, I tend to buy the things I like from Hermes, true. But then there is this thing in the back of my head that's tallying up what I'm buying to build the profile, and there's none of that when you shop the other luxury brands. You don't need to tally up stuff. You can just buy with that freedom and not waste any brain space. The old Camellias had this like nice feeling to it. I do think that is a bit of a waste that it's now the paper Camellia. I mean, the paper Camellia is nice too. I tried to do my best to rebox this for the unboxing experience. So yeah, it did come wrapped up, very nicely wrapped up. And here is the bag. Not the most well done. This is what it comes with. It has the accordion paper at the bottom of it. Comes with a dust bag. So it's a seasonal bag. As you can tell, it's the black dust bag, so that's not a classic item, so to speak. And it comes with this booklet that says Chanel et moi. Okay, I'm just gonna have to put this down. So I actually haven't had a look at what's inside here. So it comes with a little microfiber mitten here so that I can clean my bag with it, I suppose. Then it's like a little booklet. A lot of black around me today. And yeah, Chanel handbag. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys want me to go through this about preserving the material and the metals being used. And it comes in Italian and Russian and Chinese, Korean. Okay, never mind. So anyway, this is the bag. It was wrapped up like this, and the top was folded very nicely down And then I undid it, and I'm just gonna unbox it now. Okay, guys, here it is. Dun, 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 dun. So I couldn't figure out how I couldn't figure out how this was put on to my bag. I think there's some holes here that were in part of the turn lock. I'm not sure how this piece of felt goes, but anyway, this is the backpack. It's a Duma backpack, and I don't know what size it is because I heard there's some Duma backpacks that might be smaller than this, but I mean, if you can sort of see, you can judge by the size of it in my hands that it is, you know, it's a cute one. It's a cute one. It's not too small. It is just big enough to be useful. And yes, it comes like that. And if you take the stuffing out, it has a it has a fabric label at the back that says Chanel. It's made in Italy. Okay, there. Chanel, made in Italy. It has a drawstring pull here and has a Chanel in the side, in the middle of it, and then it has the stuff at the back. It has the cargo pockets in front, and they are magnetically, you know, magnet studs, like magnetically, it's a magnet closure and magnetic studs. And yes, this is the beautiful pink. It's this most lovely sakura shade of pink that I have ever seen. This is like so beautiful. I fell in love with it right away. And the leather still smells amazing. So there are different kinds of caviar leather out there. I think that this falls into the category of the more supple, softer caviar leather, which is kind of my favorite caviar leather. And it's like just one big compartment on the inside with a back, very, very handy back pocket here. And I do use the front for my lipstick and my ear pods. It's got the chain detail for a top handle moment. For some reason or other, the chain doesn't pull. It's connected to the straps, but it doesn't slide. So I don't know how they managed to fasten it, but that's the way it's done currently. And the drawstring is pretty, it's got a nice tactile feeling when I pull the drawstring. Anyway, this is such a pretty pink color. I love it. I definitely went through a pink, baby pink phase earlier this year, and this was like my favorite bag for a lot of this year. I used it so much. I traveled to Hokkaido with it, and I loved it. So anyway, I should do some mod shots for you guys, how it looks like. So this is how the bag looks like. Yeah. So that's the bag from the back, and it's cute. It's really a really cute backpack that there are adjustable settings over here, 5 holes that you can put it on, and it's currently on the middle setting. It's perfect. It's really perfect, and I like that I can wear it. There you go. I like that I can wear it in, so the bag has held up against the rain pretty well, and it's just been love, guys. It's just been love, absolute love. And I do think that luxury backpacks are just one of those things that you either really, really like it or you don't. And I'm just one of those people who love luxury backpacks. Whether it's a trend or not, it's something that's a staple in my life. Another luxury backpack that I use a lot is the Venice backpack from Louis Vuitton, and I have the Murakami one. So that's also something that I've been enjoying very, very much this year. Okay, I'm going to leave my final unboxing for another video because that one's my most recent buy. I just came back from the Chanel Fall-Winter collection, Fall-Winter 2025 launch here, and I came home with something. It's in this bag over here, so I'll unbox that for another video. But yeah, it did. Being there today just really reignited my love for Chanel, and kind of reiterated how much I have been enjoying shopping at this brand this year. And I have one more item. And this item is from the Metier Viard collection this year. It is kind of like the creme de la creme of all the Chanel items I own. I feel like this is the most exciting Chanel item that I own. Like really hand over heart. I don't think I've ever owned anything quite like this, and you'll see why. So I got this in June. I have worn it once or twice now. Yeah, not that many times because I have been saving this item up for a while. I'm thinking of bringing it on my trip to China later this year. And so we'll see. So as you can tell, it is a ready-to-wear item. So, yep, this is the item. Like I said, Chanel ready-to-wear is where it's at, guys, really. This is the item. It is the most gorgeous jacket, tweed jacket from Chanel. And yeah, I cut off the tag already because I've worn it. I decided to hang it on the hanger so that I don't lose this. Well, anyway, this is a Chanel tweed jacket from the Metier Viard 2025 collection. And it is this most beautiful lagoon blue and blue-green lagoon color. And I think it is also inspired by the lakes in Hangzhou in China. And it is truly a piece of art. Like, I don't know, it makes me think of the Impressionists. It makes me think of Monet's works. His water lily, yeah, it makes me think of his water lily paintings at Giverny. There's something very, very beautiful about the way the colors have been chosen to match with each other. There's this peachy pink that it uses, and there's gold and sequins and different shades of blue, green, and teal. And this is magic. This is magic. And this is also made in the Lesage tweed. So this one in particular, I think it was 36 or 38 different threads being used to weave this fabric, this fantasy tweed. So there's some very subtle sequins and metallic threads in here. And I just knew this was the one. This is definitely the piece that was coming home with me. So it comes with this silk lining as well. I mean, it's very, very pretty and light. I love the linings they use in Chanel. One of the characteristics of Chanel jackets that make it so, like, fall so beautifully is the fact that it has this wonderful chain detail that stretches throughout the bottom of the jacket, and it weighs it down. Not too heavy, but it does give it a little bit of heft so that it falls on the body properly. Because this is a Lesage tweed, it is actually thicker than most of the other regular tweeds that I've tried on at Chanel. So there does come with some thickness to the fabric, but that's something I'm okay with because it is a piece of art. That's what it is. This one I got in the size 36, and they had to loosen the inner lining a little bit over here. It's probably over here. I don't know if you can see on this seam here. They have loosened the lining by just a centimeter on each side. I feel like this is the color of me. Like, this is my color. I have never had an article of clothing that's spoken to me as much as this and the skirts that I just showed you guys. I already feel the collector in me wanting to have a collection of Chanel tweed jackets. This is just the right crop. I feel like I had to try a few Chanel jackets to find the one for me. So if you are looking for a Chanel jacket, it's something I highly recommend everyone to have at least just one Chanel jacket in your lifetime. That would be great. And just be patient, because I have low-key wanted a Chanel jacket for a while now, but I have never really found the piece for me. So it took me quite a long time to commit to this one, where I just felt like everything clicked and it was just like magic. It was the one for me. I really appreciate that my sales associate there in Chanel doesn't really pressure me. Like, if he sees that I'm getting stressed, he's like, don't stress. There's always going to be more. Chanel is going to make more stuff. There's going to be nicer there's always going to be nice things out there available for you to buy. So don't feel like you have to hurry, don't give in to the FOMO. You know, he's very relaxed and I do enjoy that kind of environment. And I'm gonna end off here, this beautiful jacket. I just know that I'm gonna grow old with it. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing. I would greatly appreciate it. And until I see you guys in my next video, please take care.